So, like, if we've got another Wyatt Jones situation going on, and like like how the DOJ, I don't think have got back to me on this, but we suspect that he was selling these guns and laundering the money through his company. We might find another situation like that where someone's just been found with a 3 brand new rifles. We look at their bank records. They, purchased, I don't fucking know, $5,000 or $100,000 worth of dildos from the VU, and then that might raise some alarms.
Yeah, well, I do have a subpoena ready that I think might get us some answers, hopefully. It is the newest faceless number that we have. And we can look at that in a bit, though.
You got that signed and stuff? Yeah.
No, I need it signed. I just finished it. Yeah.
What's this next shipping invoice thing?
That's what we're moving on to right now. So you were saying about there being another shipment of rifle bodies, probably unlikely. Well, I was just doing, I should tag this, some scuba squad out by where the incident happened. And in the water just off the docks there, like honestly, just within chucking distance of the of where we were seeing these people, I found this book in the water with, as you can see, a picture of what appears to be an assault rifle poster from Fort Zancudo. An invoice labeling mangoes, apples, oranges being shipped, and the client is Nest Global. The date of the landing date of this is apparently August 1st. The last page in this says there are 3 possible vantage points to spot the boat. End route appears to be Merriweather Docks, August 6th on the next page. Just found this, like just not 2 hours ago down there.
Or you just happened to stumble across this? It wasn't directed to you in any way?
No, yeah, literally. So I went and just scuba squatted out by where we had seen the people being set up. So let me see if I can find the exact report. Actually, I think it's in the task force. Yeah, look at the 27602. You see Miller's drone photos, and then my dock photo. Yeah, so right just off the dock there is where I found this book.
You think they might have... Wait, they did this in the middle of the fucking day? These psychos, man.
Yeah.
At least they're covering that. Okay.
Yeah, I was, scubaed all around there looking for anything that could possibly have been left, and stumbled across this book. Which I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought it was gonna be the fucking Vote for Junior Huntley or whatever the fuck book I found, which I also did find one of those over there, which is how I ended up angrily throwing it at the wall.
And you went and you took this photo in Fort Zancudo?
Yes, because I remember seeing this like blown out picture of a rifle. And I was like, I remember seeing that in the student room inside Fort Zancudo at the bottom of the tower there. So yeah, and they have all sorts of different ones there, like Uzis and fucking pistols and all sorts of shit.
So maybe
somebody's being held up for an uncuff.
Yeah, I heard that. Maybe this whole there are 3 possible vantage points to spot the boat. Maybe one of them is the ATC tower.
It says the Merriweather Dock.
No, I know, but right? the Zancudo poster is inside the ATC tower. So are they trying to suggest that that's a location to spot this boat coming in?
No, what I think it is just a suggestion that this shipping invoice is filled with rifles.
But it says the landing date's August 1st. And then the
Yeah.
shipping, the last page says August 6th.
Yeah. That's not very clear, is it? Yeah.
I mean, maybe the landing date. I don't know actually. This is, you said this is to Nest Global.
Nest Global. Yep, the client is Nest Global.
And this was all in the same invoice?
Yeah, this is all the same. You could go look at the book down at the office, but yeah, it's in the locker associated with the report. I mean, just found this down there.
Do we need to... I don't think this is enough for a subpoena. I was going to suggest subpoenaing Nest, but...
So one of them did mention so we got a lot of these guys in interrogation for this thing that happened. One of them kind of spilled all the beans. He said there was an individual in a red skull mask that...
A red one?
That they called Phoenix, I believe.
Phoenix?
Yes, his name was Phoenix, and he apparently was running the show there. And he apparently said something to them of the effect of, if this goes well, you might be able to join the No Faces, is what the guy said. But obviously he just,
what's this Ryan Kane notebook?
That is what was in the glove box of the car when we found the cabbage in the back.
Let me read this for a sec. The guy with the red hoodie. Box NN820 leaking. Does that mean anything to you?
Say that again?
Box NN820, no.
I honestly think that's like the only page of note is the last one, 404, on the left-hand side.
I gotta read it. I gotta read it in order, man. I can't skip to the end there.
Yeah, but we already, this is what led to the 2 containers.
Oh, I see. Okay. No, 66. Brandon's birthday? That's not Brandon Valentino, is it?
No, I think it's just one of these random dock workers that we,
Nothing's random, nothing's random.
Well, I think it's just one of these random dock workers down there. It's just, some notes about the dock workers down there that we was working with when we went undercover.
Message from Charlie. That's the fucking Charlie again, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I met Charlie.
You what?
Yeah.
What do you mean you met Charlie?
Yeah, on the boat when we went undercover, just him locked, secured. I mean, we didn't really talk, but he was standing right next to him. Pulled a class 2 out of that secured locked container and labeled Jet Sam with the lock and tag in that last picture.
How'd you know it was Charlie?
Because the guy called him Charles.
Shit.
Ryan Kane called him Charles. And he was wearing a mask that looked exactly the same as the one the individual was wearing in report number or incident number 16526. See 16526 in photos.
Incident?
Yeah, incident 16526. Look at pilot and shot down military aircraft. That there?
Is this the chicken factory one?
Yes, exactly. Pilot and shot down military aircraft. That guy looks exactly the same as the individual.
The skin tight mask? He was wearing one of those?
Yeah, same exact
color?
thing. Yeah. It was white. It was the same exact one like that. It was a white one. He looked
A
exactly
white
the same
one.
as that guy right there. Yep. And then called him Charles. Ryan Kane, the foreman there, called him Charles. I believe that is our Charlie. They're probably the same individual we have pictured here in this military aircraft. He landed there in a buzzard attack chopper.
We never got this pilot into custody, did we?
No, he was able to escape custody.
Oh.
I believe that that's Charlie. The one who keeps being mentioned in regards to military aircraft.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting because if we make a few assumptions, right? That day when Edgar was kidnapped a few months ago and the 3 basis members turned up. There was the one in blue, one in red, one in black. And that's their cards as well, blue, red, black. There is an assumption there that those are like the big 3.
There's also white cards.
Where?
They're in the position of that pilot.
Yes, this is what I'm getting to. This is what I'm getting to. So then, where is white in that hierarchy? Is white above all 3, or is white below all 3? And like the faceless grunts wear white, or you know what I mean? Like, is Charlie? Because Charlie's names come up a fair amount. So is Charlie like the middleman for the faceless management to like the fucking pilots and all that kind of shit? Is Charlie that middleman between them? I don't know.
Charlie's only ever mentioned in regards to military aircraft, and I mean, we saw him shot down in that A-10 Warthog. I seen him land in this buzzard attack chopper, and we seen him referenced in these text messages in regards to military aircraft.
Yeah,
as well,
the metal boat shit, right?
Exactly. So, if I had to guess, he's the guy who's given all this military aircraft to them. I tell you what, when I saw this Darkstone military feller, he pulled up in a helicopter I have never seen before in my life. It was labeled United States Military on the side, and it looked like a Black Hawk military helicopter, except
what the
it was all stealthy, and it was like, it had like lots of angles to it. It was a very stealthy looking Black Hawk.
I think I know I know what you're on about. Fucking hell, okay.
Yeah, it was labeled United States Military on the side of it. Definitely some shit I've never seen before. So they're the real deal. It wasn't just some blacked out fella with a mask and an MC cut and it giving me some shit out of a Speedo band,
Yeah. Did Opal get these? I can't remember. Did Opal, this pilot that crashed? Did Opal get the books? Uh-oh.
Yes, she did, but they were old news. We can respond to this in a second if they don't have it handled. Yes, she did. They were old news that we had already gotten.
Still on the western side.
And she also she had a lot of the pilot's possession, so we probably have to go to that. I'm gonna put all this bullshit I have on me away.
Okay.
Western rooftop king, I can peek him with you.
Okay, hold up. Take your time.
Come on now, please. We can slow down now, everyone. We can slow down now. Can we get L1 up, please?
What?
Would be good. I can't do it from where I'm at, so someone else needs to.
I say as I run out the door.
Can I also please have 2 units, 2 call signs call out? I want you on Brown Garage with class 2s, please.
3, 2, 1.
556 Brown Garage. Go on.
Thank you. Another unit.
2821.
Being clear.
Okay, there's going to be a guy on the northern roof, the slanted roof inside the and then guys up top. Everyone else just hold together, please. Comms inside.
Still fighting a guy on western rooftop above Cubby.
Yeah, Brown Garage, you guys neutralize him, so get there ASAP, please.
He's hurt Espino's big time.
I'm trying.
As soon as, sir, just hold for Brown Garage, they neutralize him.
He's still in the western building?
Yeah.
Do I have ammo? Yeah, I do.
Just hold, because he gets neutralized by Brown Garage, so just wait, and then they take him out.
I'm gonna bandage.
There's no need to push, he will get taken out by Brown Garage.
Excuse me, yeah.
I need you on the western side of the Brown Garage car parking structure.
Hold on a minute, mate. Let me get changed.
What's the ETA?
You can keep that on. Oh. All right, sure.
Oh yeah, I was
Okay,
just
I'm
gonna
on
ask you.
LSPN news. If no one's getting it, I can try and sneak.
So
down,
we don't
in my
get
car and
shot.
go.
It can't be me and Espinosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
me and
fine.
the-
We knew.
Yeah, I mean, Espinosa are on the main rooftop, just underneath the big, large rooftop, so they could airdrop onto that big one above us, so that happens to be the
Brain garage, what's your situation?
Get out of the way! It's an emergency vehicle.
I don't have visual on the guy.
Go to the west, no, go to the west. Go run back north of Brain
Let's
garage.
go to
turn
Brain
left,
garage.
Run west, you're on the east side right now, you need to go to the west.
I'll try and move your blip for you so you can do
The
it.
guy,
Yep,
the
yep,
guy
I got rid of mine. Now you
There you go.
on the rooftop. Can you be careful? I'm
You found out who killed Wyatt? Not yet. You spoken to Brian lately?
We're not hitting from yellow.
It has to be Brown shooting from the north.
Yes, but not. There's no update, really.
Okay.
We still got someone up on Brown?
Yeah, 68's going to the now.
Three in the strings.
Also, just hold them there, please. We need to wait for Air 1 and just hot drop on the topmost roof. That's the play.
Something on the western side of the cup.
The hell?
Okay, so if Air 1 comes in from the north, comes in low,
These
they'll never
locals
get
don't
eyes
care, they
on the
just stand
helicopter,
wherever
and
they
they can
want.
just shoot from above, okay?
I think they own the whole
So
world.
where are you wanting L1 to land specifically?
Uh-oh.
You're going to land on the northeasternmost roof, the
Let's make
billboard
it
roof,
there
but
one
you're going to
piece,
approach from the north
Is it
low,
code 4
where
yet?
he can never shoot
No.
from his position. Does that make
No,
sense?
don't do
Listen
that.
to the
You're gonna
radio.
get absolutely fucked if you do
Oh, I
that.
don't have the radio on.
He's super hurt. Super hurt.
Individual very close to us on the western rooftop in the cubby. Do not drop on the main building right now. If you're going to
They're
drop
in the
anywhere,
cubby, little
do
soul
it on the
cubby.
Korean building or
Oh, I got my
actually,
pilot's
not- the one
license,
next
too.
to Wee Wang, but not Wang.
So now I can fly
We'll
the
get
jet.
visual first before we do anything.
You
Yeah,
said
the
your
Dream Tower is
reasoning
probably
for
better,
it.
but we'll get
Yeah,
that
that's
bit.
the
That's
only
too close,
reason.
it'll
Yeah,
blow
'cause
up. Don't do that.
nobody else could fly the goddamn jet we have.
I don't know. I think we'd be
That's
exempt.
just
No, you like
play
you
time
don't.
there, really. That's all
I
we
don't know
gotta
how to tell you this, Dark, but without training, you just
No,
don't know
actually,
what the
yeah,
switch
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
LV, where is he
All right, get
position-wise?
into the Brain
Don't know.
garage
I
and go
don't
on the
think there's
roof.
anybody in the cubby. He's on the western rooftop above
We
the
should
cubby. It's
call
got like
out
a
that we're
red
approaching.
outer section.
Let's
or
go
like
inside. We
I
found.
have one
roof
suspect
to it,
down,
that's
I think, on
that
the rooftop.
Still up, still up.
In here, quick.
He's down.
He's down, one suspect down.
Nice, good
Good
shit.
job. Yeah, you pushed him out of cover there. That was good. Well done.
All right, let's
Where's
go.
the outstanding then?
I
Oh,
don't know. We need that one to clear
All
up.
right.
Down for, alright.
get back in, get back in.
No, I'm over the stairs. Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking through the camera and stuff trying to locate.
Marshall coming up. Marshall coming up.
Oh, it's a Marshall. Okay, okay. I heard the car. I was like,
Yeah,
who's
it's
that?
just us. Right, where we're looking, lads and ladies. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have confirmed 3 suspects down. Is that correct? Oh fuck.
What's Rupert's location?
I don't know where Rupert was.
Someone look at the GPS for me if you've got a partner
Inside the
with you.
cubby on the eastern side. Oh, no,
Did he
northern side.
fall down?
No idea.
Is it
Alpha,
so probably not.
Stand by. L1's above the cubby at the moment.
I can see another. It looks like Miguel. I see another suspect down next to the little trailer thing.
I downed a suspect down there. That might be him, yeah.
Okay. Right, so we've got
Hello.
at least 3 or 4
hello, sir.
confirmed down.
Hello. How's it going?
Excellent,
Yeah,
sir.
so we've got the guy down on the western rooftop, the guy on the LSD.
Right, we're going to the outstanding suspects.
Unsure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, good to know.
It's more than likely is on the northeast side of the cubby.
Northeast side of the cubby, got it. So closest to us, really.
Is he on the
Our
same
southeast,
rooftop as the
southeast
trailer,
of
or are they
us,
below
east.
it?
Like, you
Oh,
probably won't
east
be able
of
to
us,
see it
yeah.
without co-pilot. He's
Oh,
like
I see what you mean, yeah, yeah,
southeast.
Yeah, on this
Sorry,
corner,
See what
right
I'm
here.
pointing?
Yeah.
24/7.
The northern side of the
24/7. That
Got
area.
it, got it.
Like, underneath
he's
these
down.
like little ventilation things, so you might have got to see him.
10-4.
He's down, so we just need to clear the rest, and then we can start moving.
Stand by.
Is there any invisible outstanding? So it doesn't mean no.
I can see the northern side of the trailer. There's no movement.
Everyone, do you have a co-pilot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
confirm.
that's fine.
I am the co-pilot. I'm on the
Puffing.
camera.
Okay, 29, can we have one more unit move to the cubby to secure the trailer?
I'll do that, Espinosa. You stay up where you're at.
Okay, copy.
What's your current 20, King?
What's on the
I'm
cubby?
on sub rooftop in the cubby. I'm going down the ladder now.
Okay. Someone assist you.
Someone in the cubby,
Shots?
in the cubby. Okay, I think he is down.
Okay.
Simba, I'm trying to see where he's at.
He's gonna be
He
in the
got shot down,
garage
he's gonna
to the
die.
right when you enter the cubby, okay? He's out of view from everyone, I think. Advise on King, I just saw him fall down the ladder.
Shots. I don't know if he's in the garage. I'm trying to figure out where he is.
I need units in the front of the
I'm
cubby.
coming.
He's gonna be close,
Come on,
right?
Gunnar.
We're gonna push him.
I see him, I see him, I see his
Inside
shoe peeking. Yeah, it's the garage. So there's this big container in there. You squeeze between the container and the wall
Right.
as you turn
Go.
right when you go in. He's in there, like the entrance to the actual garage, yeah.
He's coming across.
And the units in front of the cubby now. We'll
Come on,
push
Gunnar,
this
let's go to the cubby.
All of us.
There's no other way to do this. We need to get together and then.
If these were
Okay, King is
terrorists,
responding.
we
I'm away off
could
the
use
ground. Can I
non-standard
get 1 or 2 units to go in
equipment.
the alleyway on the gas
Cut
station side and
off
hop the fence as we push?
I'm here already.
Wait, stand by. Before you do the push.
Like
Vic,
RPGs.
or Daisy, pick me up and drop me on the trailer.
We gotta do
That's
whatever
not-
it
that's
takes to
not-
protect
I
this
don't
beautiful
really
country.
want to
Okay?
land near you right now.
What do you mean? They've got all sorts of shit. Oh, we've got our tanks and they're
He
pulling
won't
out
be
fucking
able to get to
A-10
us. He won't
Warthogs,
be able to shoot you.
Apache
Come to me.
helicopters,
Lock it
and you're
in,
telling
lock
me
it
an
in, lock it in.
RPG?
Lock it in, get to the cubby.
black
Where you
trailer
going? We need to get to the
approaching.
cubby.
Why are we driving into the cubby? We're not driving into the cubby.
No, go to the front of the cubby. Let's.
So a guy in a paper
We
bag
need to go
mask
back
across the street
PD
in
up.
front
We're
of
gonna
us.
die. No, they need to back
There's no
us
units
up.
on the ground here in front of the cubby. I'm still
We're
It's on the
way,
coming
it's
there.
way more important that we don't die. Let's get
Here
on
on the
top
right.
of this.
Here on the right. No,
Was it
here
the
on the
alleyway again at the gas
Gunnar.
station?
Why, let's
Listen.
get on top. I'm getting,
Fucking hell.
Alright, whenever we push, you climb that fence, okay? Just hold to the shooting starts.
Is that a... Okay, yeah.
2 monsters on scene.
Are you all ready?
Is this alleyway 100% clear?
I might have a shot. Stand
unsure.
by.
Wait, don't. You should probably do it when they're pushing.
Yeah.
I'll do it when they push. Let me know.
Alright.
He's arguing it
Go.
towards you. He stood in the
Pushing in
garage.
5
He's
seconds.
freaking out.
5,
Turning around the
4,
garage. He's
3, 2, 1, push.
push and go right, directly right. Push and go directly right. He's
Fucking
running
hell.
around in the little garage entrance. He's just opened fire on
He's in the cubby,
Espino's.
behind that garage.
He's directly to your right, guys.
Hell, that fucking hurt, man. You bastard.
Oh, shit.
He's down.
Down.
Good shit, guys.
Don't worry, I take a
Let's
few
use the
shots.
Cubby as triage. Cubby as
Fucking
triage.
hell.
Hey,
Don't
Paul.
worry. Call the suspect to the triage. Let's get AOs and secure
For the
officers.
time being, detain the guy across the street with the paper bag
Kind of
for
a
our own
bitch
safety.
shit.
What's in the back, sir?
Y'all still with us?
Keep eyes out for a black and colored jugular. We were circling the scene earlier. Last scene headed towards the LSPN.
Oh, leave him here. Leave him here. We're using the cubby. We're using the cubby.
One free unit. I need you to go to the top of Weasel News with Stevie and secure Jamal and bring him over to the cubby.
Oh, this garage isn't open anymore.
Back to her now.
Ah, yes, the
The guy in
tactical
the
boxes.
paper bag wants to leave. I think that should be okay. Just
Tactical cough.
ideally detain him though.
Dude, the cough is fucked.
Discretion. You're over there talking to him.
Thank you, sir. Let me,
I'm gonna start cutting some sirens here.
Bandage
so
up.
we can Communicate.
Hey, say you. Oh, God.
Hello.
You must repeat it.
Hello. Jesus Christ. How can one man cause so much pain and suffering?
Go EMS on duty.
Go for it. Alright, y'all know what to do. Triage. Prep them for transport for hospital.
The paperback individual just woke up. He's getting out of here. I told him if he comes back, he's gonna get
What are you
shot.
doing here? You didn't want to
was
be
good
here,
work.
man.
That was good
That
work.
works.
No,
I feel like I'm
go back out
protected.
there. We don't want
No, I
you
was
in here.
protecting. I
We
was
don't
protecting
want
my
you in
country.
here. Get out of here,
Who's
man.
ready? Who's ready? Let's go
We,
ask.
everybody, everybody.
I'm gonna go ask. Let's
Go ask the
ask.
PD, man. Go
We're gonna have
on.
multiple
That's what
times
they
I
want
need
me
AOs
to-
to...
No, you know what?
You
You
need to
stay in
learn
that
how to
corner.
follow
29
orders, Connor.
You
You going
stay-
rogue, man.
You stay in the
I
corner,
got shot the
dark.
shit because of you.
Where? Just now?
Yeah, I got shot. Yeah, listen, I'm protecting our country like you say you want to do, but I'm really
I still
doing
need
it.
I'll still need 2 officers to call out their call center
Who's the
process.
one who's still in love with terrorists? Day in
Okay,
and day
one
out.
more.
You say you fell in love with terrorists? Is that what you just said?
No, we gotta get you here in check.
I'm gonna go ahead and...
Who are you, Jenny Hall?
Are you concussed?
396. Are you currently up?
You don't know who that is, do you?
That's alright.
You must be concussed.
You with me? You guys not testing me. It's
You should have stayed in there.
You never know. Shots could have came from inside the Weasel News.
Units on Calais.
Window.
You're,
You're not wrong.
Transport or no?
Okay,
Oh yeah,
sorry.
perfect. I see it. I see it.
They could have shot RPGs over here.
That's crazy. That's factual, okay? That's factual.
I go ahead and search you.
I've got you covered. Don't you worry, Doc. I've got you covered.
You're standing in the open.
I've got you. Yeah, exactly. I've got you covered.
Covey. I believe one by
We've got the
LSPN.
the fourth one's on the way.
I've got you covered. You hide behind the wall, okay?
Yeah, I will. I just been shot, man. I'm
of course,
bleeding.
yeah,
Did
I've
you
got
guys
you
get the
covered.
one that was by the trailer?
No, there's one, over on the western side,
there's someone in
of
that
the
bin.
trailer
Check your,
building. That
check
one
your
that got
registration.
shot down, he's still up there by himself. Are you guys able to get up
Fingers?
there?
I'll light it up right now.
I think you gotta open it first.
I know I'll light it up
way
right
up
now
on
if you
that
want.
rooftop that we know of,
Just say the
or-
word.
No,
and
No,
I'll light
you
it up.
don't follow orders.
I
mate.
will light it up.
Yeah, I
You just say
don't.
the
I
right-
don't
what do you
trust
mean?
you. I don't trust you.
What do you mean? I follow every order I've ever been told.
Yeah, man. What do you say? When I just told you to go to the cubby and you were like, "Nah, let's go Weasel News." Remember that?
You told me to. No,
10
you
seconds
told
ago?
Me, no, you told me to drive to my death. That's what you told me to do.
I'm
you
not
ordered me
dead.
to my death.
Listen, you're out for yourself, man. You're a lone wolf. I get it.
No, I'm out for both of us. I tried to save you too.
Oh, but not the
you went-
PD, huh? You know the PD? You hate the PD. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Don't. What the fuck, Gunner? Sort that shit out, man.
Except for you know.
Can you guys flirt in private?
Listen, mate. No, you put yourself in this position. You gotta hear us yap.
Yep, that's right.
Alright.
Don't let that man affect you. His nickname's idiot for a
Affect who?
reason, okay?
Affect me?
Yeah. I don't even know what happened here.
In what way?
Alright.
Sexually.
Bringing suspect to the triage now.
Where's the cone? Where do you pull the cone?
Oh.
Did you forget where you pulled the cone?
No, for the Weasel News.
Go get it. Let's go
I don't
get
trust him. I don't trust Weasel News.
it. Me neither, man. You trust CNN, right?
Alright, there needs to be an AO for this one that
You know,
I'm bringing in
independent
now, so
news,
it's good
you
from
know?
the western rooftop.
Right.
Like OAN.
What's this shit?
Perfect, thank you. It's gonna be the guy with the blue blue pants, blue skin, and then a bluish.
Listen, before you shout at me, I'm only around for another hour and 20 minutes, okay?
What do you mean? Well then we're leaving. We need to break up this. I've got so,
Yeah, that's
I've got
fine. Let's
so
break
much.
off, Phil. Let's go.
All right.
Alright. Daisy. Back in. Black Jugular, you said?
Drive us up
Yeah,
to
the one that
the
just
reserve. I'm
passes
gonna
myself,
meditate
yeah.
back here, okay?
Yeah. Okay,
Of course, of course.
Chat me back to this.
The Sultan I've seen twice, Juggler I've seen once. The Sultan had towards the jewelry store on the road. Let's get some call signs for evidence collection while we're still here.
Biff is already
Wait.
processing evidence.
556.
Weasel News is clear. At least as far as I've done it.
Beautiful,
Alright.
beautiful.
One's touching down on the yellow building where I'm gonna collect some evidence.
Is there any gunfire away from the cubby that I can go collect?
Weasel News already got collected. Viv's currently doing the top of the yellow building. I think everything else was inside the company.
L1 can return and do the guy on the western side as well, because that's L1's gonna have to put me up there to do that anyway. How do you get up there? Was it grapple?
See, I did see a grapple gun.
Alright. How did the guy on the yellow building get shot down? Where did he get shot down?
I believe Rupert may have got him.
Shit, okay. I'm struggling to figure out where.
He might have been up there.
I believe he was shot down on this staircase, so we transported him up and then back to triage.
10-4. Okay, I'll have a look on the staircase. Thank you.
That might be his vehicle at the bottom of the stairs then, Viv.
Alright, I'll document it.
It looks like Toto is already trying to grab it, so we might need to be quick.
Can you use your megaphone, Daisy?
Approach 688.
Start lining up the opposite 95s. We don't need to stay endless time here. If everybody's searched and treated, let's go.
Stopping, Daisy.
They are ignoring our orders. They're now rushing my vehicle, these Toto fuckers.
I think they're clamping it right now.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't give a shit about moving it. I just need to document it.
I told them to give it a few minutes, then they can have it, so hopefully they'll leave it alone for a little bit.
I'll request it for them specifically if they want.
Can we have one more Porter vehicle to take 95s, or is maybe your car close, mate?
Yeah, 518. My vehicle's on the
Where
little
the fuck
grass
are we?
patch out here. Actually, it will be full.
37, what you take?
Everyone's RTB for fuel.
Oh, that bastard stole my fucking scanner too.
It probably broke.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, 518's loaded up, 295s.
Right, go on. You wanted to yap? Or?
I don't even remember where we were. We were talking about something. I remember the last thing I brought up was something about Opal, and then she died.
That's about right.
Or got down. I'm sure that. Oh my god, I can't with the radio.
Oh, have you seen this? Have you seen this subpoena from today? Or I guess yesterday?
For who?
For Princess Elena.
Not really that interesting because she's already a convicted terrorist. So.
What's the status on the impeachment with her?
Oh, they're gonna hit that next. They're still going forward.
Yeah, but isn't there a freeze on her position as mayor right now?
Yeah.
So then her transferring these county-owned properties to people is not good.
No, yeah, but I mean, she's already a convicted terrorist, so why would she give a shit?
No, I get that.
I mean, yeah, of course they're gonna go after her. I'm just like, of course, terrorists are gonna do what terrorists do. Yeah, they're probably gonna prosecute her and all that. Sure.
That's probably why I got a message or a text message from Frost saying, why fucking subpoena's still not signed about White Joneses and the lumber company.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that's like really unimportant that I was gonna talk to you about eventually. I'm going to start auditing the DOJ about why they're not signing these subpoenas. Because
Which
people
ones
have shown me. Oh, they've shown. I'm gonna get a list of the ones specifically, but people have shown me examples of subpoenas that are multiple months old that have never gotten a response that they have pinged multiple times about.
Is there a pattern between them, or what?
Opal and Brian Parker? I mean, absolutely. There's just been a pattern in my subpoenas. Like me putting my subpoenas up have taken an inordinately long time to get signed. It honestly doesn't make sense that a subpoena takes a week to get signed by the DOJ.
I agree.
When that's 90% of their job. So what I want to do is have a discussion with the justices and ask what their expectations are for, you know, a timeline on when these types of things should be dealt with.
I think there's an issue, and I've encountered it several times with the DOJ now, is where we will do something like a subpoena or whatever, search warrant, or even sometimes, you know, it's other things where they're like, okay, we need to talk about this and whether or not it should be done. And then they have a discussion about it, but there's no, like, update to the people. Like, if they were like, they saw it, they read it, and then they just started a discussion on it, they could very easily just be like, reply to whatever your ping was and be like, the DOJ is having an active conversation about this, and we'll get back to you ASAP.
I think that is the minority of cases that's happening in as well. I think most of the time they are just not doing the job and not looking at it. Like a perfect example is the Dante Rivers subpoena that Peach put up recently. Took damn near a week to get signed.
What the fuck?
It is a pattern. That's the only reason I'm gonna start getting to the bottom of this shit, because it doesn't make any sense why there's so many judges and 90% of their job is signing subpoenas and search warrants, and it is taking so long. People are waiting.
Shall I become a judge just to do it?
I think, you know, 2 days is fair. 3 days.
You know what? Why isn't there an SOP for them? Why is there an SOP for FOIAs or legislation for FOIAs, but there's not any legislation or anything for subpoenas and search warrants?
Exactly. Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying. And the fact that they are just going to let shit sit there for months, and the people who have written these subpoenas have never gotten any sort of explanation as to why their shit isn't being signed is, to me, you know, a dereliction of their duty.
I've had similar situations where I've had a situation where my shit was denied and I wasn't told about it.
That's dereliction.
Until I had to be like, what's going on with this? And they were like, yeah, it's been denied. Or I've even had times where it's been signed, but then I haven't been told, and I had to reach out to get the records.
I had that too. Yeah, I think that's a dereliction of their duty. You know, it is not that, like, what are they needing to do? You know, it just seems so fucking easy, their job. You know,
you read it,
so
you make an
easy.
objective decision as to whether or not there's probable cause, and then you either sign it or you deny it. That's it.
It seems so easy, but they time and time again can't get it right, which is just baffling to me. It is truly baffling.
You know what? I think the most like detrimental part of it is as well is that investigations can fizzle out in 24 hours.
That is why it's becoming such a big fucking problem. Like this Dante Rivers shit, having to wait a week. Yeah, and a lot of this stuff, like with the faceless stuff, me having to wait. I end up wanting to update the scope on my subpoena because they've waited so long. You know.
Yeah, but. Yeah, honestly, I think it's a good thing to keep track of. Make a St. Marshall report, and we'll start tracking that stuff. And actually like getting some valid reasonings as to what, you know. Let's say a subpoena like the Dante Rivers thing takes a week, right? Whoever signed it, let's go ask them why did that take so long? You know.
What I think is happening is they think, you know, it's a collective passing of the buck. You know, everybody else thinks everybody else will get to it. You know,
but this is the thing.
If I don't get to it, they'll get to it, and then everybody thinks that, so nobody gets to it.
Yeah, but we need to get answers on record. You know, like we need at least get statements from, let's say, Falconer signs it. You know, Falconer is normally pretty good. Let's say Falconer signs that 7 days later. We just go and speak to Falconer and be like, hey, Falconer, we're just keeping an eye on subpoenas and, you know, when they're being signed. Can you just tell us why that took 7 days to sign, please? And then he might be like, yeah, I picked it up because nobody else was doing it. Or, you know, he might say, you know, Arcadia was supposed to sign it. And Arcadia said she was reviewing it, and then it was 6 days, so I reviewed it last night and I signed. You know what I mean? Like, we might get some more insight as to why it's taking so long, and then decide what we do from there.
What is their expectation for how long it should take a subpoena to get signed? Are they expecting, 2 weeks is how long you should have to wait?
That's ridiculous.
Exactly, and if that is their expectation, then obviously that's
ACO.
Not,
that's an ACO.
Yeah, that's not acceptable.
That's pushing felony obstruction of justice. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Reckless endangerment, maybe a whole bunch of other things.
Well, we don't. Well, let's hope we don't have to go that far. I didn't tell you I had it out with Grayson. So you know this VAF shit that got removed?
I think absolutely ridiculous.
I went to him because I don't have a problem with it being removed, right? I have no problem with the DOJ being like, okay, we're gonna remove it. But the way it was done, like it was under Nino's post for a repeal in Los Santos County, and then the DOJ said, well, Grayson said that we agree that this should be repealed, right? To the layman is going to read that and say, we agree to that being repealed in Los Santos County, right? So then a few days go by, and then Grayson posts another post saying, as requested, here's some clarification. This legislation is being repealed statewide. And then, like, a few hours later, the contest phase of Nino's post ends. I'm getting the timeline wrong on that, but then it's done. They've just repealed it statewide. But I went and had an argument with Grayson and said, well, hold on. That's very deceptive and misguiding for those who live in, like, Blaine County. And I said, do you not think it reasonable that a member of Blaine County is going to see Nino's request for it to be repealed in Ellis County and just ignore it? And he couldn't fathom it.
I mean, of course, people can't fathom when they're wrong. But we know what the repealing of the VAF legislation does. It just makes it so all of these criminal cars are going to be fucking engine swapped, stage 5 parts every single time they show up.
Yeah, that's not... The thing is, though, that's not for us to worry about. What our position is that we make sure that things are being done proper and we investigate if they're not. And I'll be honest, that wasn't done properly. Like, I said to him, what was stopping you from making a new filing on the docket saying the DOJ is repealing this VAF legislation? You have 3 days to contest. And he couldn't give an answer because there was absolutely nothing stopping him from doing that.
What I would do is document that as a possible pattern in case you do want to impeach your ACR, you know?
Yeah, he couldn't see an issue with it. He even laughed about the possibility of an ACR, and I called him out on it. I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, that shit is going to the state, which is, you know, kind of laughable. He is wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah. He said he was laughing because he wrote that legislation, but yeah, just whatever. I think. And then there's this whole, and I don't know. Like, I've obviously got my own opinion. But there's this whole, like, removing felons from the ballots. What's your thoughts on that?
I definitely don't think any felon should be able to fucking run for office. That's crazy. What do you mean?
I agree.
Then we're gonna have some terrorists up there, fucking like they were. Like they snuck their way into office anyway. No, then we gotta protect our beautiful country. No.
Yeah, okay, I agree with you. I don't think felons should be
never
in their position. But what piece of legislation excludes felons from running?
Well, now there's a case law. I don't know if you saw. There's recently
what case law?
There's been recently a case law pushed on the docket because I believe Edgar D. Castillo's lawyer tried to put a writ of mandamus against, I believe it was Grayson.
You know about Murphy?
Or it was, no, it was somebody tried to. Yeah, it's on the docket.
Murphy Braun, yeah.
They put a writ of mandamus against one of the justices for saying that they couldn't run in the election, which then ended up resulting in a case law that says that felons cannot run for the office. And then, yeah,
that's
so
it
literally backfired in their face. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they did. They made a case law based on that decision on the docket, I guess.
Wait, that's insane. I gotta read this. Hold on. Where is it? It closed? Oh, I found it. To be clear, I am arguing for the formation of common law. What? From this legal action pulled to the courts of San Andreas by Murphy Braun.
Yep. Oh no, it looks like it was Jose Gerardo. It was based on Jose Gerardo not being able to run. But I think it was Edgar's lawyer. Because I talked to Gerardo about this before he tried to off the mayor.
Ain't no way.
Yep, on the 6th of July, 2025, Justice Grayson put up a standing nomination City Hall post ruling justice denied Mr. Gerardo's application on the grounds of convicted felon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's in the MDT under case law, under common law.
What the fuck is going on, man? That's not right. The way judges are supposed to bring through common law is through a court case. This was not a court case, man. What's the fucking legislation about judges? What's it?
I believe it was court cases or legislative matters. Something to the effect of that.
Okay, in the Justice Authority it says establishing rulings as part of the state's common law. But then there was something, there was another bit somewhere else. I can't remember where it is yet.
Is it judicial powers, position powers, and election processes?
That's the one I looked at.
I think
common law within the state of San Andreas states these common laws will result from verdicts in bench trials or docket cases. So a record of them is easily accessible.
Or a docket. I mean, I would assume that was on the docket. It was a case on the docket that was settled on the docket.
Yeah, that's a verdict.
I mean, I think that's a docket case. What if that isn't a docket case? Then what is a docket case? Because that seems like a docket posting that was, supposed to be end up in a trial.
Here's my argument. All right, Grayson wants this new piece of legislation. So he hires Eugene Zuckerberg to go and make a post on the cases for a writ of mandamus against insert person here, claiming something wildly untrue. The DOJ comes along and says, I don't agree, but here's a common law, and they pass it into legislation without contest.
Well, I mean, I agree that is a possibility.
That's not the way it's supposed to work.
Well, I mean, I think you can find all sorts of loopholes like that all over the place.
Right, so just because the DOJ abuses them doesn't mean we should let it happen.
Well, no, I mean, that's right. I don't think that the DOJ is abusing those sorts of things. Are they?
When have they ever done this before?
Based on what you read, saying that they can make common law based on a docket case.
Results from verdicts in docket cases.
I mean, how is that different than what's there?
What's a verdict here?
Well, the writ of mandamus, this was I mean, obviously there would be a verdict for this docket case. I'm unclear of what you mean. Would a docket case ever result in no verdict?
What do you mean? Yeah, if it's ruled as a mistrial or anything, like first of all, Murphy's not supposed to be.
Well, no,
he doesn't have the power
for. Right, the verdict is mistrial.
Right, so you're saying that common laws can be made out of mistrials, or?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Depending on why there was a mistrial, that could further the grounds for why you could have a mistrial. No, you don't think so?
I think I agree where you're coming from to an extent, but this was not the right way to do it. Like, if there is, like, verdicts from docket cases would be the people versus, I don't know, fucking Princess Elena, right? it's a very simple thing. They could just go and say, okay, she was found guilty or this, and this. And so here's a common law. So she's been found guilty, and then we're enacting this common law, right? That's a verdict to me. There isn't a verdict here.
I think
this is the DOJ shaking the DOJ's hand and saying,
I think
"Good job,
this
DOJ."
is splitting hairs a lot more than the Brian Knight situation that you thought wasn't so clear. I think this is much less clear than that.
What you want to bet?
So the Brian Knight mishandling the shooting of Seamus McCarthy. How you think we didn't have a right to, or Seamus McCarthy doesn't have a right to know if he can decline being searched, right? I think that right there is a lot cleaner than the argument you're making here.
I think that's apples and oranges. I'll be honest. So let's say tomorrow morning, the Falconer decides to write a writ of whatever the fuck that makes someone a writ of compel on the DOJ, who I'm
gonna be honest. So you have the exact same fail safe here that I pointed to, which is the spirit of the law, because I don't believe, based on the reading of the legislation, that they can't do that. It might not be within the spirit of the law, though. I think based on the words that are written, they can probably get away with what they did. There's nothing restricting them from doing that. I believe if it was on the docket, they're going to make the decision that they can pass the law, you know. Basically, what we can do here is argue your position to the state, who will have the final say in whether this, you know, goes anywhere.
Are you saying you don't see a problem with this?
It's not that I don't see a problem with it. It's that I don't think they're going against the way the legislation is written. Like I said, I don't think it's within the spirit of the law, if that makes sense. Right? I think they are doing that in bad faith, possibly. Does that make sense? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Right. Yeah.
I think that, you know, there is an interpretation of the legislation that one could make where what they're doing is perfectly, you know, okay. Do I think that that falls within the spirit of the law? Probably not.
Yeah, this was we're going back to before your time as a marshal, where there was a whole restructure of legislation where the DOJ, because the DOJ were changing things whenever they wanted, and so this was the whole thing that Nino and I get who was the mayor at the time in the north, I can't remember. It might have been Pred actually. Went through this whole debacle with the state in that the DOJ should only be like making. The only times the DOJ should be able to put legislation in without contest is following a court case or a bench trial.
I think the fact that it says docket posting there, you know, or verdict from a docket posting, that's what they're going to. That is the argument that they are going to make. I mean, I think the group of them are obviously going to be able to come up with a coherent argument as to why that posting on the document would naturally lead to the common law, right?
This is cases, though. This wasn't a case.
And I think obviously they're going to argue that it was a case, that the writ of mandamus was a case against the person who they put the writ of mandamus against.
I think let's boil it down. Let's boil it down. Because we're getting down to something. Do we think, like, not whether or not they could or couldn't? Do we think the DOJ? Wait, this might be a strong word, and you're free to bring this down a notch. Do we think that DOJ abused this piece of legislation to get what they wanted?
I don't know if it was an intentional abuse or if they looked at it like, if we wanted to do X, we could do Y, or if we want X, we can do Y.
I mean, no, that doesn't make sense to me, Gunnar. Speaking English.
So I think you might look at something in a utilitarian way and not necessarily be abusing it, if that makes sense. You might see a way that you can get a common law passed in legislation, and it might not necessarily be the way things are done all the time, but you might not necessarily see that as being abuse, right? I think, did they abuse it is a question of intention, and I don't know what their intentions are.
Wait, what would be like? In what way would their intentions matter to you? Like, give me an example of what you would think if their intentions
But I mean,
were.
if they were clearly doing this in bad faith, right? If they clearly knew that what they were doing was not the intention of the legislation, then I think that it's pretty clear that what they're doing is wrong. But if you're doing something knowing it's wrong, then obviously you fucked up.
Yeah, but like, there's a comparison here to be like, just because it's written down in a certain way, like, does, for you to make the jump that goes, okay, do you think we can call this a case on the docket? And then they have to be like, yeah, well, I think we can say that. So does that mean? So do you think that means we can make it a common law?
Does that leap you made right there? Does them making that leap right there make you think that that's abuse? Them just making the leap of, oh, is this a common law, or is this a case on the docket? And the other one goes, well, yeah, I think so. Is that abuse? That's what I mean by the intention.
This is what I mean about the word here. Like, abuse might imply some malintent, but what I'm trying to say is they haven't used it up until now. Why are they just using it? Is it just to get what they want?
Due to lack of opportunity. It could be that they've just never thought about using it till now. They never had the opportunity. Nothing ever came up on the docket that didn't eventually lead to a court case.
I think there's some question, like there's some, like, to me there shouldn't be this much contention over the DOJ's action. It should be pretty cut and dry. Everything should be like clear and by the book. And if there's this much like contention and uncertainty around their intent, I think maybe that needs to be brought up, and then that needs to be discussed as to, whether that was the right thing to do. I'll be honest with you, if we brought the governor in, I don't think the governor would be happy.
Yeah, like I said, it's a pipe dream trying to get the state involved in this. That's why I was saying, if you wanted to make it a case, you could end up kicking this shit up to the state, but then you're gonna be waiting until the fucking bomb starts dropping. So
yeah,
Lord knows with that. And then now we got the VV case that's on the docket. Peters hasn't responded with that, right? So then I've got this imminently being scheduled. I don't know if you want to hop in there and get Peters out as
wait. Tell me what are we missing?
Everything.
Everything. We don't have any evidence.
No, we have no evidence. No.
We can't pursue a case that has no evidence.
We have one picture of Seamus McCarthy on the roof the next day. That's what we have.
Okay. You know what? Actually, I think we can.
Which is we can.
VV's statements were that I think just using her statements from her.
We can get her on reckless. I think if we use her state. The thing is, the evidence in that subpoena is also broken. I feel like this is a Rhodes Rule shit waiting to happen to us. Like, the fact that the defense can't see the evidence that was going to be used against their client is going to be a fucking problem.
Yeah, but they know that, right?
I mean, yes. That doesn't mean they're not going to at trial try and use it against us.